The much-anticipated release of the Netflix docuseries tomorrow is also a big event for the couple, with the series expected to attract millions of viewers with their pledge to reveal the full truth. With me now is Royal Commentator Jennie Bond. Now, Jennie, there were rumours that there was going to be that... Gosh, Jennie, every time I throw to you, you're in an even more lovely room in your house. It's fantastic. Anyway, Jennie, there were rumours that the third trailer for the Meghan and Harry Netflix thing is about to drop. We would imagine it's going to drop any minute because it's on tomorrow, isn't it? Firstly, will you be watching?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get up really early. I'm going to binge watch it as much as I can in between giving interviews and writing articles. Certainly I'm going to watch it, as millions of other people were. I mean, you know, it is going to be quite interesting to hear from the horse's mouth what they're saying. It will be most intriguing to see if they're going to provide any evidence to back up their accusations.
Well, it's interesting you should say that, because when they were called out for certain elements of the original two trailers that we saw that made it look as though they were being hounded by paparazzi, and actually some of those incidents, as it were actually, one was from Katie Price, another one was from something else, so it was nothing to do with them. And one of the creative directors of Netflix said, well, it's not supposed to be literal in a trailer, but it does raise serious question marks as to how literal the rest of it's going to be. And if it's not that literal and they make claims, they might find themselves in court, Jennie.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it was ridiculous what they did in those trailers. I mean, to use Katie Price footage to illustrate, yes, the hounding of Meghan and other stills, which were, well, they were false. There's no other word for it. So you do wonder, maybe Harry and Meghan have spoken of their truth, but has it been edited in the correct way, an accurate way? We'll probably never know that. And I'm intrigued about, you know, last night they said that they want to be advocates of healing. And talked about family and love and kindness. None of those attributes, it seems to me, have been demonstrated thus far in the trailer. And it looks as it's going to be, well, all-out war, really.
Well, it does. But, of course, last night they were honoured, Jennie, for their heroic stance on racial justice and mental health. However, there were a few interesting interjections from the press pack outside. A couple of people saying, Harry, do you want to destroy the royal family? Harry, have you taken money? I'm paraphrasing here about basically taking money to sell his own family out. Do you think the tide might be turning in America? Have they got a short shelf life? Because presumably once they've told this story, then they've got nothing else to tell.
Well, we've got a whole book coming out, haven't we, in a month's time? And Harry's take on his life. I think the tide has turned a little bit in the States, but I still think they're pretty popular over there. I think Catherine and William did a great turn in Boston last week, and they led by example. Harry last night was speaking about leading by example. Well, they flew up from California in a private jet. Now, I know this wasn't about the environment last night, but they are very sharp on the environment. Well, that's not a very good example, is it? Catherine and William flew back from Boston on a scheduled BA flight overnight. So, you know, I think they've got cloth ears, actually. I don't think they hear what they're actually saying.
No, well, indeed. And, yeah, we're supposed to be getting a barrage now, very shortly anyway, of Meghan and Harry stuff. How concerned do you really think that King Charles, etc., will be about this? Because it is part of one thing I'm worried about, anyway, a wider picture. We've got people lobbing eggs at King Charles for fun now these days, trying to turn him into some kind of royal omelette. And there does appear to be some issues surrounding the royal family. Look, wrongly, in my opinion, but they are there nonetheless. You've got Ngozi Fulani offering, apparently, according to reports, offering to go and educate the royal family when it comes to cultural issues. The timing of this with Meghan and Harry is a bit bombshell, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe the palace staff, maybe there does need to be some acceleration of the diversity training that has taken place. I mean, maybe she has a point, I don't know. But frankly, I feel for King Charles a great deal. I mean, yeah, he's the monarch, but he's a dad. And only 5 years ago, I remember listening to the Today programme, which Harry had edited, and he interviewed Charles, and Charles spoke to him so affectionately and said on the air, "Oh, my darling boy." And he has been Charles's darling boy. And I'm sure that Charles won't want to shut the door on Harry and Meghan, but by goodness me, I think they must be testing his patience.